What's up, pretty people, fresh fam, fit fam, all of the fam out there, how are you doing? I hope you're having an amazing Sunday. Your boy out here coming up with a new video for today, showing you, if you've not read the thumbnail, 3 basic tips. Erratically, I would say, instantly, you'll be able to just improve your style like that. And these 3 things or factors is not something that you've not heard of, what I'm going to be mentioning just later in the video. It's something you have always come across, but maybe you've overlooked the fact that how important of a part does it actually plays in terms of helping you develop as a person to help you improve your style. So here are the 3 tips coming in 1, 2. Sorry, if you guys didn't see the first video, I told you I'm a foodie. Food always comes first. 1 second. Alright, so the first ever tip that I want to share with you guys is your confidence. Now, DK, everyone knows about confidence and how it can help you style up and things, but it's not something that you've ever woken up and you seem to be finding it in your pocket or then draw next to you, or even just asking your friend or borrowing it. It's something that you have to build up on. I am such a big believer in having the confidence level at the optimal, or at least high enough to be able to have a conversation with the person you might like, the person who seems to be very important to be having that next conversation with, even just walking into a room and getting acknowledged. I feel like confidence has such a strong impact on legit your complete personality and the way you style yourself out. So how do you build on that? I would give you very brief tips, otherwise this could be a whole set of video on just one topic, but trying to give you a more systematic approach in terms of your confidence. I would say go out there, put yourself out there with whatever your strengths might be, and that will help you improve your style. Like, it's so basic as it sounds, but it goes a long way. And the reason there are so many people out there not able to actually come out of their boxes, like I would say in any aspect of their life, they're not able to open up. And my particular niche at this point in time, or the topic we're surrounding, is styling. But I want to just connect this to all the important aspects of your life, that if you have this one factor right, or at least you try your best every single day of your life to build up on, this is gonna take you a long way. And me talking in styling sense, I don't set anyone as an example other than myself. Up to, I think, 16 or 17 years of my life, I never had the choice to actually pick something for my personal wardrobe. My brother, we both were basically raised up together, and my dad was like a very, I would say, a subtle type of guy. He had a very good styling sense, and growing up, being around him, he was my idol. So whatever he basically told me to wear, or asked me to, or directed his finger to, I would be like, yeah, that seems like a cool thing. Like, yes, I would be looking at other people in public, or like online and on the internet and my age, but like, I just didn't feel that I had that much of decision power or confidence in myself to actually go up and make the decision of buying that thing for myself. Emphasize on styling, I never really went out there to buy my own clothes. I always had my parents around me. So that really impacted my confidence level in terms of my decision making. If you try to improve on that by actually taking small steps, just going out there and trying to build your confidence level, it will go a long way. And of course, at the end, you'll just come off as an extremely but at the same, a way better and more stylish person as that you'll be before. Second tip which is going to be coming on, and like I said, I try to structure this video in a way that you can see the importance of confidence right at the top, but the way you can build up to that is the other 2 tips that are incoming. And those tips are, number 2 is giving yourself the freedom of choice. Now, what exactly do I mean by this? I know it sounds a bit wordy, but all it means is just giving your inner thoughts, or your mind, or your brain, letting the freedom to decide on things in terms of your styling sense. I feel like there's people, they completely tend to box themselves when they go out to shop, when they go out to even go online shopping, or they're going out with their girlfriend, their boyfriend, whatever it could be. An individual when they're trying to shop, I feel like they have this certain barrier that they have surrounded themselves around. Now that could be coming from their idols that they follow on Instagram, social media, that could be people they have followed for years, that could be the simplistic styling essential sense that would have been sold by some sort of a stylist to them. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. You gotta understand that there's no right and wrong, but all I'm trying to say, how you can improve your styling sense, is you giving yourself as a freedom of choice and going out there and trying different things. For the longest time, I thought I could never fit well in a trench coat. I just felt like I wasn't tall enough, and that was the most weirdest, dumbest thought that I ever had in my head. I would not rock up in turtlenecks because I felt like the way my neck or like my face was structured, it's funny as it sounds, it just does not go with the turtleneck. And I cannot tell you, when I basically put a stop to that insanity of my own head, not giving myself the freedom of choice of going out there and trying things, things were never gonna be this colorful for me. And from my Instagram, and I'll throw a couple of B-rolls for you guys to have a look at, I have been for the last, I think, quite a few years, I think 4 to 5 years or something, I tried my best, and then I would say optimally in the last 3 years, I really stepped up in terms of just going with what my will says, going in whatever my first intuition says, just looking at the piece of cloth and be like, okay, well, what can I do with this? Okay, well, I've never tried this, how about that? Rather than thinking of the same basic black t-shirt, thinking of the same weight white basic t-shirt. I know it's the most simple standards to build up from, and I would definitely recommend that. But if you're someone who's already had that sort of like style sense in their wardrobe, step out a little. Just go out there, try different things. Give your brain the freedom of choice. Do not bind your choices around what they're already been set as a standard to. I'm coming to the tip number 3. I can't believe it's already going to number 3, but I have to say it, be brave. Now, my name actually means brave, Dilara, if you guys don't know, and it just really like connects with my habits, like it's with my intentions. I'm really out there in terms of being able to speak up for my thoughts, and I feel like this was never the case. Like, me being a chatterbox is one thing, me being a confident is one thing, me being a freedom of choice, and me being brave is one thing. Now, what I mean by brave, and specifically in styling sense, it's terms of your color sets. You gotta go out there, guys. The teenagers, the guys in their mid-20s, I gotta tell you, no, time passes by real quick, and without even blink of an eye or something, you'll see, and then 5 years have gone past, and then you will probably think on some sort of styling sense or colors or something you wanted to really wear. You come across, or you see that friend, ask your girlfriend, and she's like, you will look really good in this, but in your head you're just like, I've never done this. This sounds so stupid. Like, if you're not gonna be brave enough to try the different color sets, like about 3 years ago, I had never had a yellow in my wardrobe. I never had a bright red. I never had an orange in my wardrobe. And these are the colors that I found myself to be the most delighted around. That's just plain as it is. Like, it's something that I constantly overthought about in my head, that I can't pull that off. Like, look at that. Like, I can't do that. Like, that's gonna look, what are people? I would say be brave to go and try out the colors. I would say be brave to try out that turtleneck. Be brave to go out and try that jacket out that you felt like you might look too puffy and you might look too timid. Of course, there's some certain standards that I will help you build up on in the upcoming videos. I'll help you improve your styling sense and tell you what are the different basic steps that I took to understand what works for me and what not. But did you just hear what I said? What works for me and what not. I had to try that. I had to be brave enough to actually go out there and put myself under that whole trial and error phase. And you know, if I didn't, I would not have a second Dilara, because I think it's the same way as me. I don't have a person or an idol who's exactly the way I look. I don't have a person around me or anywhere on social media who's gonna be able to be 10 out of 10 identical to me. So who's gonna be able to tell me the best way I'm gonna look in that color or not? Guess what? Me, right? And how am I gonna be able to do it at the end of the day? If I'm gonna be brave enough to go out there and try it. So this is like the 3 main tips I would give you out, just as general for you to be focusing on, moving on into your life, on a daily basis and letting yourself go with the flow in terms of understanding that these 3 tips can go a long way to improve your styling sense. And it's something that I wish someone wrote down to me. I wish like there was a channel. Like, I do follow a lot of fitness and like fashion influencers over the years to help me understand, but I've never really copied or just went with someone's style, because personally, like, I feel like this is one of the most incorrect thing people do. They try to follow like their idols, what they are wearing, or a celebrity is wearing, or a person you might be following who's a couple of years younger than you, a couple of years older than you, more richer than you, more broke than you. I don't know. Does not mean that it's gonna suit you. You need to try. And that's the way to do it. Like, yes, it's good to have idols, it's good to have people who are your mentor or you look up to or you want to be like, but at the end of the day, you truly need to go out there and search for who you're about. And that's the 3 ways that you're able to do. Be confident about yourself, try to build up that confidence. Give your brain the freedom of choice in terms of just going out there and trying things. That could be as basic as to just going and trying a different activity every week. Function your brain in a way that it's not gonna go with the same systematic patterns that you had for years, because clearly if you're not happy with the way you look, if you're not happy the way you're progressing, those systematic patterns in your brains are not helping you. So the one who can make these changes is you. So, and the last but not the least, like I said, I don't want to miss out on this one, be brave. Like, that's what my name means, and I'm super proud to actually put that as a tip, and I feel like it's so strong that you have to be a very brave person to put yourself out there in a very different form of outfit that you've never come up with, or something that you've never wore. Me walking into an office with wearing like a colorful suit of item or something, and then my workmates maybe like make like a foul comment or a joke about it. If I wasn't a brave person or a confident person, how do you think as an individual I would take that? That's why I want to tell you, at the end of the day, I was the only one who was able to decide. Now, I'm not saying you be the best critique of yourself, you let other people do the judgment, but you build yourself on that confidence, you build yourself on this freedom of choices, you build yourself on that bravery that you have to go out there and try a different color or different suit or different type of actually outfit. Try these 3 tips, let me know if they help, leave a comment below. I'll try to post another video by next week. I'll keep mixing them with fitness and fashion. I know I've said this before, there's gonna be some daily vlogs, but I'm really new to this YouTube scheme, like I said before, so I'm trying my best to give you informative and interesting content. And yeah, I just want you guys to build up your set of styling sense, your level of fitness, the way you groom up, the way you talk to people, the way you are just with life. Be more passionate, go and hit your goals, go hit your targets. Just take life easy as well at the same time while you're crushing them goals. This is what my goal is to help you with. Any of them, you'd be younger than me, my age, or all that, doesn't matter. Age is just a freaking number. Of course, as there's already 3 videos being put out, some of you actually said, what's about the intro? Like, why don't you have an intro or this and that? What do you say? Montage ho jaye. 1, 2, 3. It didn't work. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Just start. Just.
My love for granted. Now you break my heart as though you planned it. But I think you should know before you let her go that true love just don't go on tree.
My motherfucking gloves on. My motherfucking gloves on.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. Stay fresh, keep looking fit, and I love you all, Fresh Fam.